Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today is going to be like a first impressions kind of video, but today we're going to be focusing on H&M Beauty. A lot of you guys recommended the H&M primer to me, so I thought I'll try it out alongside some other H&M Beauty bits. They launched quite a while ago. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, I'm not sure because time literally just flies. It's only recently they've started to stock H&M Beauty in most of the H&M stores, so I decided to pick up some bits. I didn't use any eyeshadows because all the eyeshadows they have are single eyeshadows, and I didn't want to spend too much money. I wanted to save my coins and I wanted it to be kind of affordable for you guys as well. So I spent £60 in total. So the only thing that's not from H&M is the blush and the eye colour and the lips. So today we're going to be focusing on just creating a full face. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I created this look, then please keep on watching. So I've already moisturized my skin. I used my Body Shop moisturizer, the Youth, what is it called? I think it's the Drops of Youth face moisturizer. I'm going to go ahead and prime my face, and to prime my face I'm going to be using the mattifying primer, which I believe was £8 or £10. I will have the price of everything down below. So what I really like about this primer is that the consistency is exactly like the Becca primer, similar to Kiko but more like the Becca primer. I don't know if you guys can see, I'll squeeze some of it out from the back of my hand. So if you're familiar with the Becca primer or the Kiko primer, then you know what I'm talking about. It's not as drying as the Kiko primer, which is good. Kiko is still very, but this primer is really nice. I like the texture, I like the consistency. It's drying like the Becca primer also, which is great. My skin is really going through it at the moment. Like, oh, it's really bad. My pores are like all over the place. I'm just breaking out. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fill in my brows, and then I will come back and highlight them with my H&M foundation product. Okay, so I filled in my brows, and I just want to show you guys this here. You know, I said earlier that it's not as drying as the Kiko primer. It still isn't as drying as the Kiko primer, but it still does leave like a trail behind. I don't know how to explain it, and the Kiko primer used to do that a lot, but it used to do it a lot more all over the face. It was really hard to find a concealer to use. Like, they didn't have any concealers for chocolate girls. However, I feel like this kind of makes up for it, kind of. It's the Dark Tones Foundation Quad, and this is $9.99. Now what had happened was I swatched the thing. They have like testers, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. They have like testers. So I swatched it and I was like, this looks good, so I'm gonna buy it. So I bought it, but then I ended up picking up the wrong one. The one that I picked up is this one. But look at the colour. Look at the colours in here. Look how dark they are. Like, I feel like that is so good. When I realised I got the wrong one, I went ahead and bought the one that I actually swatched in store, which is the Warm Undertones. So they have the Dark Tones Foundation Quad, and then they have the Warm Undertones Dark Tones Foundation Quad. So for today's tutorial, I'm going to use this one, and yeah, they retail for $9.99, but this one's currently on sale this one's currently on sale, but only online for £2.49. So I'm going to use this to go underneath my brows. I just want to show you guys the texture. It doesn't stink, but it has a smell, and this is the consistency. It's like a moussey kind of texture. I don't know if you can see. So I'm going to use the lightest colour. What is it giving me? It's giving me NARS Creamy Soft Matte Concealer vibe slash, oh no, the consistency is definitely different to that. It's giving me BH Cosmetics Concealer Palette vibes. So it's not as moussey as I thought it was going to be. Alright you guys, so I've done my brows, I've blended them out. I'm gonna go ahead and colour correct because I have to colour correct for this situation. I don't have any colour corrector, I've run out. So I'm gonna be using my lipstick Mirage by MAC, and I'm just gonna apply that to the areas where I need to get rid of discoloration basically. So the next step would be, for me, would be to put my Ben Nye powder all over my face. I do have some loose powders here from H&M, but I want to see what the foundation is like on its own. So the foundation that I purchased is the All Day Liquid Foundation. Colour range is not fantastic, not gonna lie. I'm not sure if this is the darkest. If this isn't the darkest, then it's the second to darkest shade, and this is it right here. And the shade that I got is Ebony, and how much was it? It was £8, which is not bad. And I would compare it to my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Foundation, the shade, not the consistency but the shade. So which is why I picked it up, because I feel like I can make it work. It's the same thing with the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Foundation. I do find it is slightly dark for me, but I don't necessarily mind, because one, I really love the foundation, and two, I feel like I can make it work with like concealer. And you guys know that I use the Kevin concealer, so I feel like everything just balances out. So this is what it looks like on the back of my hand. It's quite runny. I'd say the consistency is similar to my NARS Luminous Liquid Foundation. That's how runny that foundation is. Just gonna go in and apply it to my face. I like how it goes on. It's really light. It's actually quite a natural finish. I don't know if you guys can see. Really, really light. Definitely reminds me of my NARS All Day Luminous Foundation. Because the coverage is quite light, I'm going to go in quite heavy in the areas where I need more coverage. So the areas where I have marks and things. I'm noticing that I'm having to spend a lot of time blending. I don't know if it's because of what I use to wash my beauty blender or if it's the foundation. I'm finding that it's not really blending how I'd like for it to blend, so I'm going to use my foundation brush to stipple that into my skin. Yeah. With the concealer, you kind of have to build it. Like for my brows, it was perfect. In terms of coverage, I don't think it's full coverage at all, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with my beauty blender. Hopefully it won't do the same thing. As you guys can see, it doesn't even look like I've highlighted my skin. It's just basically the same colour as my foundation, my face. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and contour. And to contour, I'm going to use this shade here. It's not too dark. I feel like it's just right. I'm going to mix it with the dark one actually. The consistency of this foundation quad, I definitely would not be able to use it as a foundation. It's very, very light. I don't know how to explain it. I'm going to take my beauty blender again. I was super excited about this, but it doesn't blend how I would like it to blend. Which is quite sad because I was excited about the colour range. This stuff is not working with my beauty blender. So maybe, again, It's what I use to wash it. But I'm having problems blending my forehead. I don't know if you guys can see, so I'm gonna fix that and then come back. Okay, so I tried. I don't know if you can see the forehead area. It's still like blotchy, kind of like here, but I feel like when I put powder it will kind of help. So next I have these Velvet Matte Loose powders, which I like. I bought 2. Now let me tell you guys why I bought 2. They have a they have an exact banana. What? I said it again. They have an exact a banana dupe, which is nice. But then I saw something else which I thought was quite interesting. I don't know if it's this one. Is it dark? Yeah. I like this because it was giving me Laura Mercier vibes, but it's not as dark as Laura Mercier, which I like. I feel like the dark Laura Mercier, they made it too dark to use as a highlight. But this one, like, let me open it so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Can you guys see how pretty this would be on dark skin? This would be really nice because it will still give you that highlight, but then it's not too dark and it's not too light. So I really like this. So this is just your typical yellow powder. So that's what I'm going to use today. After applying it, I would say it's similar, more similar to Laura. It's closer to white than it is yellow. I like that for today because it's going to give me that bright highlight, which I like. So I'm gonna blend this stuff out. I am cheating a little bit. I'm gonna be using my Iman powders only because I couldn't find a powder that was my skin tone. So yeah, I'm gonna use my Iman powders. Sorry. And I'm also gonna just set the rest of my face, I guess. Or should I not set my face? Is that cheating? I don't know, because it's not H&M, is it? I have to set the rest of my face, you guys. Sorry. My line is very smooth and soft, and so is Laura. This one is a bit chalky. Okay guys, so the sun has come. I'm so sorry. I've tried to move forward a bit so I'm not like directly underneath the sun. So I don't know if that helps. I hope it does help. And to contour, I'm going to be using this finishing powder. And this is what it looks like. It's really dark. So I really like this powder. Someone's cutting grass outside. Filming is so hard sometimes. Like, it can be so stressful. The sun is coming out, people are making noise. But yeah, we are gonna finish this tutorial. We're gonna finish it. I don't know if you guys can tell, my face is really, really matte. So I feel like it's gonna be really long wearing. So I'm interested to see how long this foundation is gonna last. And this is the Island Hopper Glow Powder. Okay, it's not showing up on the skin. I don't like how this applies. So this is the final look, you guys, and I really, really like it. I love how the look turned out. Absolutely love the foundation. I didn't think I was gonna like it. As you guys saw, I was having some issues with blending it out, but then when I switched tools, it blended out flawlessly. I would have to say the foundation is my favorite item. What else? I love the finishing powder, which I used to contour. I think that was really nice. And yeah, the primer. Oh, the primer. So primer, the finishing powder, and foundation. Those are my 3 favorite things. I did like the foundation trio, but it was giving me like Coastal Scents, BH Cosmetics palette kind of vibes. However, I will say that the shade range for the foundation trio is absolutely amazing, because not a lot of drugstore brands carry shades that are that dark. Even regular high-end beauty brands don't have shades that are that dark. So I would say in terms of that, I'm really impressed. I'm not the darkest shade that there is. We come in different colours, so I do wish they had more of a wider range, but I guess they make up for that with the foundation trio. I love the loose setting powders. Those are nice, not as soft and velvety as Laura and Ben Nye, but they are workable and they are way cheaper. I think they're about £8, £7 or £8. Hopefully you guys think it looks nice. What do you guys think? Do you think it looks nice? I think it looks pretty good. Okay, so I'm about to go to bed and I just thought, why not do a little check-in? So I've had my makeup on for about 7 or 8 hours. It's now 12:30 and I finished my makeup at around 5:30. So the first thing that I noticed is that this place is creased quite a bit. I have fine lines underneath my eyes. I don't actually suffer from creasing when I use the Ben Nye powder. It's very rare. I feel like it depends on how I do my makeup that day. But if I do crease, for some reason, it's always this eye that creases first. It's so weird. So as you guys can see, yeah, I've got a lot of creasing. Other than that, my nose separated a little bit. And I've got some separation here and on the sides. I don't know if you guys can see. But everything else is pretty much intact. My face is intact. What did I do today? I went out with my family, then I went shopping afterwards, did some cooking. But other than that, the foundation is amazeballs. I'll probably give it like an 8 out of 10 because it's held up pretty well for an £8 foundation. I think it's held up pretty well. But yeah, I am so tired. I don't know if you guys can tell. So I'm gonna take off my face, take off my wig and go to sleep. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video.